Now, I know that interest rates have fallen quite a bit, and this is going to have an impact on all these bank accounts, high yield accounts, whatever have you, that we talk about earning passive income. So today, let's cover 4 high interest bank accounts after the interest rates have fallen, because you could still get a good return on them. But bear in mind that today's video will not cover all the other high interest savings accounts that require you to make like spend requirements, salary credit requirements, because that will be a separate video. And this is more for those people who do not want to have a lot of effort, like they want to track all this, manual tracking all this. Alright, this is really for the fast free people. So definitely very basic requirements. I think the only condition is that you need to have a relatively large sum of cash. So let's start with the first contender, which is HSBC, Everyday Global Account. And I know that some of you are not new to this already, but for the benefit of those who are not so familiar with the EGA bonus interest campaign, then they have refreshed it for another time. And for the September bonus interest campaign, we are looking at up to 3.4% per annum as advertised. But let's drill into the details, right? So if you look at the exact terms and conditions, only your incremental average daily balance will get that 3.3 to 3.4% per annum. So if you're below $2 million, you get 3.3%. If it's above $2 million, you get 3.4% per annum. And I guess for many of us, we likely fall at the $2 million and below tier, because that will be 3.3%. So the reference month for this bonus interest campaign will be August. So August as the reference month. And in the terms and conditions, it's stated as if your reference month is August and you have a balance of $10,000 in August, and your new balance in September average daily balance is $200,000, that means your incremental average daily balance will be $190,000, which means not your entire balance of $200,000 is subjected to the 3.3% per annum. Only the incremental 190,000 will get that 3.3% per annum. Now, if you think 3.3% per annum is really very low, there's no big deal about it, then you have to know that there's another separate interest component which comes from the Everyday Plus rewards. Because the conditions is that if you fulfill the Everyday Plus rewards criteria, which is to do a transfer of $2,000 in and also make 5 eligible transactions, you can earn an additional 1% on the incremental month-on-month fresh funds balance. So that is very in line with the bonus interest campaign, right? Since they are all counting for the fresh funds, which means your $190,000 used in the previous example will get the additional 1%, making it an effective 4.3% per annum. But some of you may have this question of what is considered fresh funds, and let's look at the terms and conditions. Fresh funds means a deposit of funds from outside HSBC into the eligible account, and for avoidance of doubt, fresh funds must not be funds originating from any existing account with the bank, and number 2, funds that are withdrawn and redeposited within the last 30 days. So they are very clear on what is considered fresh funds are. It's not like you can withdraw and redeposit from the same account to be considered fresh funds. And I know that for some people, this may be the first time you are engaging on this bonus interest campaign, and it seems so complicated, right? So why not you hop over to our Honey Money SG Telegram group with over 17,000 members to ask your questions, because we have been doing this interest campaign for over years already. So join us at Honey Money SG Telegram. Next up, let's talk about OCBC Premier Dividend Plus Savings Account. Because if you felt that HSBC EGA was too complicated for you, then maybe OCBC Premier Dividend Plus will be a better option. Note that this account is only eligible for OCBC Premier customers only, which means you need to have a minimum assets under management or AUM of $200,000. And oh no, I just checked the OCBC Premier website. Currently, it is $200,000 as of the recording date. But coming due 15th of September, they are going to raise the Premier requirements to $350,000. So you all better hurry up and sign up. And how to sign up for the Premier account, you can do it via my Google form, where I will refer you to my RM so that you can get some referral rewards if you fulfill the terms and conditions. And why OCBC Premier Dividend Plus account is good is that it gives you 3.3% per annum on your entire account balance in the Dividend Plus savings account. Note, I say entire balance. The only condition is that you need to deposit $3,000 monthly with no withdrawal. So you really cannot withdraw. Once you withdraw, you will fall to a very pathetic interest rates. And you know what's even better? From now till 30th September 2024, you get an additional 0.15% per annum if you fulfill the following conditions. Deposit at least $5,000 monthly with no withdrawals instead of the usual $3,000. Like, it's quite a given you will put more than $5,000 to make this worthwhile, right? So 3.45% per annum for the entire month of September on your entire balance in the OCBC Premier Dividend Plus account. I think it's an easy, fast-free solution for those of you who have a lot of cash, but you are not sure where to put and you don't want to go through the heaps and hassle of fulfilling every terms and condition on this planet. So yeah, go and try it out. Now, talking about all these bank accounts, you realize that I have not mentioned about Chocolate Finance because Chocolate Finance is not actually a bank account, even though it's offering you 4.2% per annum. It is essentially a portfolio of fixed income funds. So the risk profile and risk appetite is largely different from a bank where the deposits are guaranteed by SDIC. So you have to assess for yourself whether these funds are suitable for your risk profile. Then if you want to sign for Chocolate Finance, I also have the link. But since you are doing money market funds already, right? Then do you know you can get up to 7% per annum on your USD cash funds? And I'll show you how you can do it. How many of you are already using Webull for investing and trading in US stocks or ETFs? And I am one of them because of these features. Number one, low commissions. Webull offers ultra low commissions charging from just 50 US cents per order. With zero platform fees during regular and extended hours, you will enjoy some of the lowest costs in the market. Number two, no foreign exchange fees. When it comes to currency exchange, Webull does not hit you with extra fees. The rates you see on the app are the rates that you will get. No surprises. Number three, regular savings plan. Make dollar cost averaging a breeze. Invest in your favorite US stocks and ETFs with as little as $5. You can also invest in mutual funds through RSP. Schedule your investments weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or even daily. It's all up to you. So if you are new to Webull, you can get started with this welcome promo rewards. Fund a minimum of $2,000 by 27 September. Complete 3 US buy trades within 30 days from the first deposit and maintain until 31st October 2024. And you can get $60 of cash vouchers. If you fund a minimum of $10,000 by 27 September, complete 5 US buy trades within 30 days from the first deposit and maintain until 30th November 2024, you can get $400 of cash vouchers. And if you fund over $100,000, you can get 1.84% per annum USD Money Bull interest booster for 90 days. And this reward could elevate your USD Money Bull interest to up to 7%. There is an options trading promo for both new and existing users, where if you trade a minimum of 100 US options contracts monthly, the fees will be reimbursed when you fulfill the criteria. Also, Webull does not charge platform fees. Start trading with Webull by using my exclusive link or scan the QR code right here to get your Webull account today. Next up, let's talk about Standard Chartered eSaver account, where you can earn up to 3.35% per annum on eligible deposit up to $2 million. And you know what's the best part? There is no lock-in period, which means you can withdraw just that when you withdraw your balance fall, so there's not as high interest if you leave it. Okay, so the terms and conditions is that it will only count for the incremental top-ups as compared to the reference month of July 2024. So meaning if your July has zero balance and then in September you top up $100,000, this entire $100,000 will be subjected to 3.35% per annum. And how they calculate is only on the average daily balance as fresh funds, right? So you cannot use any existing funds like before. And this promotion will last till 30th September, so you only have a few days left for the month, subjected to whether they will extend the promotion beyond September. Like I said, based on Standard Chartered definition, fresh funds means funds that do not originate from any existing account with the bank or funds that are not withdrawn or redeposited within 30 days of the promotion period. So they are very strict on that. You realize all this fresh funds thing is similar. Lastly, let's talk about something new, and that is from POSB, where it's giving 3.4% per annum up to your first $500,000. This exclusive offer is only offered by invitation, so for most of us, if you do not receive it, you won't even know of it. And there's really no registration required. You just have to top up fresh funds into the specified eligible account and you can get 3.4% per annum. There's no lock-in period, means that you can withdraw them, and it is also based on the monthly average balance. And you can receive the bonus interest by the end of the following calendar month based on the FAQ. So I only know of this promotion because some of my Telegram community members sent me this. I am not targeted, so I'm not eligible. But if you're eligible, then maybe you can look at it. Now, overall, if we look at all these four accounts, what do they have in common? They have to look at incremental fresh funds, plus they measure based on the average daily balance or monthly average balance. And if you were to ask me what is my preferred choice, I'll say I'll go with HSBC Everyday Global Account first because that is what I have been doing. But for those people who do not prefer the many terms and conditions thing, I think OCBC Premier Dividend Plus is pretty good, provided you are already an OCBC Premier customer. And note that their AUM requirements will increase from the 15th of September. So if you still want to qualify under the old requirements of 200k, go and sign up via my Google form right now. Then for the other half of you all will look at all these 3+% interest rate and say, yeah, so low, I can get even better interest rate on OCBC 360 and UOB One account, which is offering up to 4 to 5% effective interest, excluding any kind of bonus. But between OCBC 360 and UOB One, there must be a difference, right? Which one is really better? And this is why I will refer you to watch my previous video on OCBC 360 versus UOB One. Which bank account is more suitable for your needs?